What up? 大家好，我是唢呐。American hip hop is doomed. But that's great news from Taiwan, son, and I'll tell you why. As soon as the last episode of 大嘻哈时代 finished, this video dropped.
You know when your shit sounds like somebody else's shit. Stop doing that! You're not original! Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally two niggas with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else! Holy shit!
Now, for those of you who may not know, T-Pain is the OG auto-tune man.
Oh, baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you, let me buy you a drink.
He is the reason why we have Juice WRLD, we have Lil Uzi Vert, we have Lil Yachty. He gave birth to the auto-tune generation. And what he said echoed throughout the whole hip-hop community. Even Dr. Dre co-signed that shit, and he was like, word, son, that shit's fucked up. Now, 这个跟台湾有什么关系？我跟你讲 right now, there's a huge void in the hip-hop community. 特别说美国嘻哈, and we are looking for some new shit. We're tired of this cosplay, copycat shit. And with 大嘻哈时代 shining a light on all the great talent in Taiwan, it's only a matter of time before America comes looking this way. So y'all motherfuckers better be ready, son. This is why I previously made the top 5 video of the people from 大嘻哈时代 who I think 可以去国外. But it doesn't stop there. There's a lot of talent who I think with a little bit of tweaking could also make it abroad. But you better watch out, motherfuckers. Because if y'all motherfuckers ain't careful, you gonna fall into the same trap that we already have. And that is the cosplay rap trap. Cosplay rap is a pandemic of the hip hop community. So you need to watch out, motherfucker. You need to vaccinate yourself with the realness, with the authenticity. So on this episode, I'm gonna introduce 3 rappers that are most commonly emulated and copied throughout the Taiwan hip-hop community, Chinese hip-hop community, and the rest of Yazhou Chu. So all your motherfuckers across the pond, listen up and get ready, because we gonna go deep all the way to the fucking root. Now, these 3 rappers are people who were very successful in what they did because they brought something new to the table, because they brought a unique perspective or something that never had been done before in hip hop. And this is why they are most commonly copied. Number 3, Takashi 6ix9ine. Now I know a lot of you guys know what happened with 6ix9ine, all the politics and all the fucking snitching and all that shit. We're not gonna talk about that shit right now. We're gonna talk about what Takashi 6ix9ine did really well. Takashi 6ix9ine was very, very good at his stage performance, his image, and most importantly, his PR.
So if you chilling with a rat, makes you a rat, you, sir, you're a fucking rat.
This guy knew exactly what to say and who to say it to at what moment to say it. Takashi 6ix9ine created a personality. Whenever he came onto the hip hop scene, he created a polarizing figure that no one had ever seen in hip hop before. Now you might be thinking, yeah, but his music is dope too. Well, Takashi 6ix9ine himself said that his lyrics are whack as fuck.
I don't think I'm that talented. My talent is not rapping. So when I rap, I try to entertain as best as possible.
This guy had the balls to say, hey, my shit's whack.
He said the music is dirt, trash, lyrics trash, but the videos is fire. And I'm like, damn, homie, like, you just dead gonna tell niggas your shit trash? Like,
but he made up for it in other ways. He was able to captivate people's attention, which is what largely attributed to his success. People loved to hate that nigga for a while. But you know what now? No one gives a fuck. In fact, the majority of the hip hop community hates that motherfucker. And do you know why? Because no matter who comes on the hip hop scene with whatever gimmick, whatever new thing they bring, at some point, we, the American people, are gonna ask, but do you got bars? Because you can have something special for us to pay attention, but if you wanted to keep watching you,
you must have bars.
You need to give us a reason to invest in you long term. And this is something that I think a lot of Taiwanese rappers have missed the mark on. Because I hear quite a few rappers who sound like 6ix9ine. They mimic his rhyme schemes. They mimic the way his screaming punk metal voice goes. They even mimic the style of his music. They even mimic the way he doesn't say things 不清楚, and some of them do a really, really good job. But do you have bars? Do you have what Takashi 6ix9ine didn't have? Shit, imagine if Takashi 6ix9ine did what he was doing but had the bars of D-Smoke. Or had the bars of Kendrick Lamar.
I'm the chemist that's whipping it in the kitchen. This here is not for the children. You need parental vision.
Fuck it, had the bars of Eminem.
Every line's obscene, perverted. His mind got the dirtiest rhyme stock. That's why there's parental advising. Every time I drop.
This dude would be a fucking legend right now. He would have been the guy responsible for bringing punk rock into hip hop and making it impactful. And you know what? Coming to think of it, there's actually a Taiwanese guy who brought that vibe and did it really well and gained international political attention. Freddie, son. This guy brought his unique Taiwanese culture, political perspective, and it got him a seat in the government. This is an example that I would see as taking an idea and making it uniquely your own, because metal has been around forever. Punk rock has been around forever, but very few people have taken the metal and punk rock vibe and made it political in a very interesting and unique way. So shout out to Freddie on that one. So I ask you, what people do you know remind you of Takashi 6ix9ine? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? I ain't here to judge or call out names. I'm just here to share my perspective. So leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. All right, on to number 2, Juice WRLD. Now Juice WRLD was fucking amazing at taking the vibes and the melodies of emo rock and merging them with the vibes of hip hop.
You were my everything, thoughts of a wedding ring.
And this was something that actually Kanye West had laid the groundwork for.
In the night I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told.
But Juice WRLD did an excellent job of shining a light on this generation's young teenage frustration and angst. He did it in a very sing-song, melodical, and empathetic way. And this is something that reached people all over the globe. I've seen a lot of people try to emulate his simple sing-song lyrical structure and try to mimic his swaying, drug-infused, off-balance swag that he presents in a lot of his music videos. Now this is great if you're trying to be cosplay, but if you're trying to do something unique, then you have to bring something different. It would be great to see a Taiwanese perspective, to talk about things that are uniquely Taiwanese and maybe bring some Taiwanese elements into it. This is how I think that you can make a more impactful impression, not just in Taiwan, but in the world. So whenever I watch submissions that people send to me, and even on 大嘻哈时代, a lot of times I hear stuff like this, and the first thing that comes to mind is Juice WRLD. Now, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Are there any rappers in the Taiwanese hip-hop community that remind you of Juice WRLD, or that you feel like are uniquely similar? This is not a call out. I'm just curious to know what rappers you think have been influenced by Juice WRLD. Now, my number 1, in my opinion, is the largest influence, because this guy is most likely responsible for a large portion of the most recent generation in Taiwan and throughout Asia being introduced to hip-hop. And this guy is Eminem. Now, as I mentioned about Eminem before, he is so dope because of his unique perspective, and that was something that hip-hop needed at the time whenever hip-hop was hitting a stale point in the late 90s. Now, most of you might think that Eminem was dope because he could do fast rap. No, there were many rappers that came before Eminem that were doing the fast rap thing. Busta Rhymes, Bone Thugs and Harmony, the 3 6 Mafia guys, that has always been a thing. What Eminem brought to the table were his punchlines and his wordplay. Eminem was a fucking tactician when it came to dropping bars.
I'm just a Loch Ness, the mythological. Quick to tell a bitch you off like a fifth of vodka when you twist the top of the bottle up.
And the fact that he could do it fast made it even more fucking mind-blowing. Now, the most unique thing that I see people copying from Eminem is the fast rap. What I see is a lot of people focusing so much on fast that it seems like you're trying to hide the lack of liao. Like you're trying to hide the fact that you don't really have anything of substance in your lyrics. Now in America, we actually have a saying that someone who talks fast is trying to hide bullshit. This is a very real saying, especially in the South. And it particularly pertains to people after the Civil War, where the Southerners didn't really like the Northerners. And we used to stereotype the Northerners as being fast-talking swindlers. A swindler is an old Southern term for 骗子。那你可能问，那你是说台湾的饶舌歌手 rap 的很快是因为他们的歌词没有料吗？没有，我是说，如果你真的要吸引大家的注意，不代表你应该要 rap 很快。你可以快跟慢，其实越慢越好。你问女生就会知道。What I'm saying is that you need to have another dynamic other than fast rap. This is very important if you want to make an impact outside of Taiwan. This is why Eminem has made such a huge impact. A lot of you people might think that Eminem was the first white rapper. No, there were plenty of white rappers that came before him, but what they all did wrong was they tried to 模仿黑人的文化. They tried to ask, can I get an impasse? Can I say the N-word in my lyrics? But what Eminem did, he represented your ordinary guy who had his own issues, his own problems from a different world, from a different culture. And he used hip-hop as a way to express his truth. And he did that shit well. Eminem had bars, and that was what he brought to the table. He brought a unique perspective. And this is what I hope I can see in the Taiwanese hip-hop community soon. Now, these three rappers that I mentioned were some of the best to ever do it. Every single one can attribute their success to bringing something unique to the table, bringing something unique to the culture of hip-hop. And what T-Pain said rings true. You need to make some new shit, do something else. Right now, I think that Taiwan is in a very unique position. You guys have so much culture and such a unique perspective. Why not share that shit? It's already been done within the Taiwanese film industry. Look at Li An. Even within the Taiwanese music industry, there are people who've done it already. There's been proof that America likes that shit. Look at Zhou Jielun. Look at Takashi. Takashi did a fucking track with Nas, son. With Nas.
Hey yo, this is Nas. Rocking with Takashi.
One of the best to ever do it, a Grammy Award-winning artist. So it's not that it can't be done, but these guys are of a different generation. I want to know who's going to step up for this generation. Who's going to step up and bring Taiwanese pride, Taiwanese culture, Taiwanese heritage, Taiwanese language to the hip-hop community abroad. Someone needs to step up. A lot of people need to step up. So I want to see you guys bring something different. Bring yourself. Bring your identity. Bring something new.
Give me some original shit!
And before you do that, remember to check out our 嘻哈英文的课程, where you can learn all the dopest shit about the sweet talk girls, change your English accent, and understand how to sound dope as fuck. After that, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace!